the voices inside? Did you hear it?
I just heard somebody say hi.
Yeah, in there.
Hi, this is Mark. I'm with Enlightened Souls Paranormal, and I'm here with the great Robert Riggy, and we're at the Pollak Tuberculosis Hospital here in Bartonville. Let me turn the camera around so I can show everybody. This is the main entrance door. It is nighttime here, but I got a flashlight. I can kind of shine you. This is abandoned, of course, now, but we were just walking by and we just heard a voice from inside say hi, and there's nobody in here. So the spirits are actually talking to us from within this. It's kind of cold out here.
Hey, Mark, can we go one more time down here?
Yeah.
So I can...
Hey, Robert. Robert, say hi to all of our fans. Here's Robert Riggy.
Hi, guys. Hello, everyone.
Laura Smith is watching.
This is a very, very active center here in Bartonville, Illinois, the old state hospital here. I was privileged enough, was given permission by my friends to do several overnighters here. And I was locked in from midnight until 5 o'clock in the morning. About 2 o'clock in the morning, the alarms went off, and there was nobody in here but me. So the police came, turned it off, and everything was cool because I know the police chief. But it is very, very active. There are many. There's a basement, a very, very deep basement, and things happen down there a lot. There's also one area just for children only, and it is very, very active.
But we were just walking by, for those who just tuned in, Robert and I were walking on this roadway right here, and we just heard a voice from inside the building say hi.
Mm-hmm. It's very, very active.
So we're going to take you down this way down here, and you're going to see how old these tombstones, these graves are at one of the cemeteries. How many cemeteries are there, Robert?
There's 5 cemeteries here, and this is one of the oldest ones.
So this is one of the oldest cemeteries here, and people, very few of the headstones actually have names. They actually have the number, the patient number. Yeah, the patient's number on the headstone.
And we're going to be taking you to one of the most infamous of patients. His name was Bookbinder.
Yes.
And he was a gentleman that I saw a full apparition riding a bicycle at 3 o'clock in the morning several years ago. And he waved at me and I waved at him.
That's amazing.
It was just an incredible experience.
So you can see, like, here's the headstone here, and all you see is the 839. That's the patient's number. And then, of course, we have 838, and they go down. It just keeps going down.
Here I am at the cemetery here, one of 5 cemeteries here at the Old State Hospital here in Bartonville, Illinois, which is just 2 miles from where I live. But there are 5 different cemeteries here.
Hi, Alicia. Robert brought me back here, but here is Manuel Bookbinder. They call him Booker. This is his headstone. Let me see if I can turn this thing down a little bit. It's really bright.
This is Bookbinder. He and his number was 713. He is the gentleman that helped dig the graves of the residents or the patients that died here. And like I said, this is one of 5 cemeteries. There's cemeteries all over this massive state hospital grounds. Right now the state hospital has been closed, of course, and
Look at all the headstones, guys.
the buildings now have been torn down. Some of them, others have been
But some of these are so old that literally I can't hardly read. I literally can't read the numbers on. Let me see if I get this one here. Oh, that's 551. If I hold my light right, it shadows it. But I was just back here, and I had my Ovilus app on, and there were lots of spirits talking to us. Lots of spirits.
Oh, Tim Smith.
Yeah, Tim's here. He says, yeah, we're losing connection. Hi. Yeah, it's pretty remote out here, guys. So,
hi, Tim.
I'm going to turn the camera back around. We can see you.
I have been out here during the summertime, and I will bring sandwiches, hang out, you know, converse with our brothers and sisters who are buried here. And again, like I said, this is one of 5. There is even a larger one that I'm going to take Mark to when we leave here, which is probably a half a mile from here. And this is just an incredible place. But again, it is a place of sorrow, of pain, of frustration. These spirits, when I've come here, I've never provoked them because of what they have gone through.
Right.
And I have been into many state hospitals doing internships, so I know how these brothers and sisters were treated. They were treated worse than animals. They were.
That's sad. That's very sad.
So as you see, and I touch them. I am not scared or afraid. I feel very, very comfortable being here, even by myself.
Yes.
You know. But I come out here to pay my respects. Sometimes I will bring holy water to bless them. A lot of times I will bring one wreath and put it out, like for Christmas, for the whole cemetery or this cemetery.
Yeah, I can't read that one.
But it just goes on, as Mark can show you, it goes on for a long, long ways.
Yeah, I mean, it goes down, even going down the hill. There's headstones.
This state hospital setting at one time was about 1,000 acres. So it is very, 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 very large.
So you're talking Springdale Cemetery size.
Right.
And this is a really big gully. Really deep down in there. But Robert said if we go down there, that we'll find lots of different artifacts. There's a hornet's nest in that tree right there. I ain't gonna disturb that, that's for sure. Excuse me. I was back here a little earlier and there were a bunch of deer back here, but they're gone now. This is just fascinating. This old of a cemetery, and to think of the history that's here. Now, most of these people, when they were alive, were they mental patients or?
Yes, they were mentally retarded, as they would say back then. And this hospital was built in the beginning of the 19th century.
Okay.
And so it is very, very old. It has changed a lot, of course. Like I said, a lot of the buildings have been torn down. Unfortunately, other buildings are revamped into businesses.
Right.
And I know for a fact that these businesses, they have trouble keeping electricity going, water running, and such like that. And so it is very, very active, even today. But I will bring Mark out.
So once again,
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Once again, I'm just going to show everybody Booker's headstone.
And bookbinder, because what he did was that he loved books. He couldn't read, but he loved books, and so he made books. So they call him bookbinder because he's the one who bound them, right? He also dug most of the graves while he was here, and he was here about 45 years.
So Alicia is on here.
Hi, Alicia.
She says, so they only have numbers, not the names of the patients who died?
No, because when people came into the state hospitals, they were given a number and not a name at all. So when you wanted one of the patients, you said, like for Booker, his number was 713.
Right.
So you would say 713, you would call 713 over the PA system, and then that patient, whoever, would then come to the nurse.
Right.
And stuff like that. Now, there are some that you're going to find gravestones, because these are some of the oldest ones.
Yeah.
The other gravestones do have a last name.
A last name on them?
And also has the date that they died, and that is going to be in another cemetery.
Awesome.
On here on the property.
Alicia says that's so sad.
It is. It is very, very sad of knowing and being and doing internships at different state hospitals. I know firsthand and what these folks have gone through. But the TB Center, let me tell you, it rocks and rolls. The spirits inside are very loving. They will not be aggressive whatsoever. Like I said, I was there for hours by myself. I, I never felt afraid. I usually don't feel afraid anywhere I go. But
Right.
I felt very, very peaceful there. And when I was here, I did several radio programs or podcasts. I was on something called Paranormal Lounge from New York City and stuff like that. And this is just a wonderful place. A lot of history. A
Yeah.
lot of history. In this
Yeah.
place. A lot of sadness. A lot of abuse. Sexual
Yep.
abuse. Physical abuse. Emotional abuse. They were starved here.
So just letting a lot of people know, we're trying to get in here maybe next Thursday or next Friday. We're going to try to come in and do an investigation here with Robert. He'll be our guest with us. And the Enlightened Souls Paranormal team and Robert, we're going to come in. And hopefully we'll be able to make contact with some of the spirits and be able to communicate with them on a friendly basis. So I guess we're going to head to the car. And
We'll go to the other
we're going to go to the other cemetery, and then I'll